Since 2006, Biofuel Systems has been working to revolutionize the way in which energy is obtained as we know it today, which is clean and adaptable to our current lifestyle, which is also a source of raw material which can be used for cosmetics, food and pharmaceuticals. The process is based on the capture and accelerated conversion of CO2 into energy, turning millions of years that nature took to generate raw materials such as oil in just a few hours. Bernard A.J. Stryatsomogin is the technical inventor and patent author, valued at €750 million in 2013 and the major shareholder of the company. Since 2006, the moment in which BFS started its business, to today, it has reached its second goal of filtering the CO2 to generate food, plastics, clean fuel and other products that contribute to the reduction of the greenhouse effect, establishing the first step to the greatest energetic revolution in history. Blue Petroleum 1 is an accelerated cycle model for the CO2 energy transformation of industrial emissions in added value and energy products with a technology patented by Biofuel Systems. Located in Alicante, Spain, it was started in 2010 and is the first industrial plant of its kind in the world to obtain crude oil with the same characteristics as fossil fuel. Industrial CO2, the great enemy of society for its impact on climate change, is the raw material for BFS. For each barrel of blue petroleum, BFS neutralizes 938 kilograms of CO2, and with 20 million barrels daily, this reduces 20% of CO2 emissions in the world. Through a channeling process and after a corresponding treatment, the mixture of air and CO2 is controlled by the photobioreactors, which are over 8 meters high, and where the seawater culture in completely aseptic conditions allows us to ensure both the quality and consistency over time. This technology uses CO2 from industrial emissions as food for the photoautotroph microorganisms and sunlight as the main source of energy. BFS manages to achieve for each cubic meter of water the energy equivalent to 1 million cubic meters of seawater. Also, each hectare produces an average of 160 tons of biomass annually and is able to neutralize in the period of 1 year the same amount of CO2 that 1 hectare of forest can in 15 years. In addition, each ton of biomass would have required more than 4 tons of CO2 for its formation. Since the implementation of the R&D Center, it has experimented with almost all of the parameters that influence the photobioreactor until an optimal condition of the reproduction of the species was generated, achieving maximum growth and quality. BFS is the only company in the world currently able to cultivate photoautotroph microorganisms on a large scale. Once the cultivation has reached its desired concentration, the next process is to extract part of it, moving the accumulation to tanks for the later stage of mechanical separation, which is the combination of 2 processes, filtration and centrifugation. The filtration stage allows for the elimination of more than 99% of the water contained in the culture, reaching a concentrate of more than 60 times more than the original culture. The continuation procedure is then discharged to allow the process to follow the centrifugation stage. The extractable water is then returned to the photobioreactors through a closed system of continuous circulation. The centrifugation allows it to reach a concentrate, which is a paste-like product with 25% of solids. The raw material obtained is processed to achieve 20 to 25% of lipids approximately, with a higher value for human and animal consumption, omega-3, pigments and vitamins, and the pharmacological and cosmetics, antioxidants. The remaining 80% of the concentrate can become a crude similar to Arab Light, or be processed as a concentrate of proteins and carbohydrates. BFS technology stimulates the conditions which took place millions of years ago, transforming marine phytoplankton into petroleum, generating a thermochemical process that breaks down the molecules comprised with the biomass into smaller ones, obtaining a product with similar physiochemical characteristics to a conventional crude. This high-energy density bio-oil has a calorific power of 40 megajoules and replaces the traditional oil since it can be used directly for any type of application after refining, and therefore maintaining the current system of automobiles and industry. Every process at the plant has its own monitoring screen in the control center. This comprehensive monitoring allows the plants to be controlled, fully automated from anywhere in the world, supervised from the control panel through your computer, tablet, or even your smartphone. The area of R&D supports the entire process and includes a biological laboratory which carries out the monitoring of the culture, a chemical laboratory process which determines the composition and quality of the product and where industrial processes are tested for their implementation. A design and industrial application department where technology is adapted to the different conditions of the different plants. Originally designed to constantly increase the efficiency model, today's focus is to ensure its adaptation to any species, country and climatology. The technology BFS uses constantly grows, but so do its plants. In 2013, construction began at Ecofield 1, an industrial model that is currently being developed in Almería, Spain. BFS's Ecofield model has been designed for rapid installation and expansion, where the investor is the one who decides how much and where production will take place, concepts which are impossible for other omega-3 or oil producers. The first CO2-reducing oil in the world is already being manufactured using profitable industrial processes. It is an economic fuel in terms of both its price and its repayment capacity from its various facilities, due to the guarantee of marketing and the high price and demand for value-added products which seek a rapid return on investment and high profitability. It consists of a model with three sources of income: the neutralization of CO2, high value-added products, and raw products. With this, BFS is one step closer to completing its mission, to provide and standardize the use of clean fuel, potentially inexhaustible, capable of replacing fossil fuel, and to allow us to continue with the development of our current way of life and to provide a solution to food problems using nutritional supplements extracted from the raw materials at BFS. Biofuel Systems, the first CO2 neutralizer in history.